And welcome back to episode 4 of Hit the Showers, presented to you by the Foolproof Entertainment Network. I am your host, Clifford Jordan Jennings, and I am back with my family once again to talk basketball. As always, I have my co-host with me, Malcolm Double Dribble King. How are you today?
I'm good, Cliff. How you feeling, man?
I'm all right. You know, we here doing it.
Right.
Another familiar face down there. We got my G Aaron. What's going on?
You know what I'm saying? Reporting from the left coast. You know what I'm talking about?
From the left coast. Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? The dirty side.
Well, delinquents and gentlemen, we're here to talk basketball this week, and I want to start it off early since we going back to February the 12th. It was a good game that came on. It was the Hornets and the Timberwolves. Did y'all catch that?
No, I ain't catch that one.
You ain't catch it?
I seen a little bit of the highlights. I didn't get a chance to catch that one in particular, though.
Listen, I mean, I didn't watch the game itself. What's up?
Is that the game that Anthony Edwards baptized somebody? Did he baptize somebody in that game? Somebody got baptized on the weekend.
I don't think it was that one. I want to say, did they play the Heat?
The Heat, yeah. The Heat been losing a lot, but yeah.
I feel like that was against the Heat, that what you talking about.
Yeah, somebody got...
But the whole reason why I was interested in, at least I had to catch the highlights and look up the stats on that one because, of course, LaMelo Ball going against Anthony Edwards. And I feel like that's the number 1 and the number 2 for the Rookie of the Year race. And looking up their stats... I mean, watching the game, if you watch the game, the Hornets pulled it off 120 to 114. It was a great game. Anthony Edwards in the game he was 21. He scored 21.6 rebounds, 3 assists, shooting 9 to 21. LaMelo Ball came in with 20 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists, shooting 8 of 15. And it got me thinking, like, let me look up these motherfucking stats just to see exactly what's going on here. Because everybody's been talking about Anthony Edwards, right? Everybody been talking about he's a clear Rookie of the Year. And he is. I've never seen a rookie score like that since, like, Derrick Rose. And he has a better 3-point, though. You know what I mean? So it is kind of amazing to see. But I'm looking up their stats, and I see... He averaged 14.2 points off a 38.2% shot percentage, 3.4 rebounds, and 2.2 assists per game. Then you got LaMelo Ball coming in with 14.6 points per game, shooting 44.2 from the field with 6 rebounds and 6 assists. And I'm looking like, well, why are we, like, don't get me wrong, like, watching Anthony Edwards is a dominant force. Like, it's very clear to see he is a dominant force. But if I look at the stats and I'm like, well, I got to get that to LaMelo right there. He's shooting better, he's scoring more, he averaging more assists, more rebounds at the point.
When you look at their playing styles, like LaMelo's playing style has a lot more longevity to it because he knows he does more in the game. Anthony Edwards is one of the niggas I look at and I'm like, man, the same thing with Zion. Like, man, you gotta get that whole game in quick because all that jumping and shit. Like, you see how John Morant has been like, okay, I'm not gonna try to murder everybody. I'm trying to drive to the basket, maybe pass, or something like that. He still has the attitude, but you know. But Anthony Edwards is coming in with like a less complete game than LaMelo. Let me put it like that. His game isn't as complete.
I would definitely agree there. But the whole thing with the Ja Morant, though, is I feel like he's slight. You know what I mean? His frame is so small that I don't feel like it does as much. Like, you see a lot of older people that are still able to get off the floor. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
right.
Like, Iguodala still gets off the floor, and he has a pretty solid frame.
Yeah.
So I feel like Ja, that shouldn't be so much of a concern for him as it should be going up like he trying to dunk on them big boys all
That's
day.
what I'm trying to say. Like,
hurt.
He's going in trying to murder people. He's not going in for the two-hand for show dunk. He's going in like, who's in the lane?
And my G can't weigh no more than $173.
Ja's a small dude.
He's Allen Iverson like size. That's his build is Allen Iverson.
Allen Iverson was a little bit bigger than him though.
Hell
Not
no.
coming in. No, not coming in.
No,
not coming in.
That nigga's jersey was loose.
Yeah,
Right.
It was coming in. You are absolutely right. I
Yeah.
still feel like he might have had him by a couple pounds though.
Maybe,
Guys
but
just
3 or 4.
I mean, Iverson did play football. I'll give him that. He did play football, but he was one of the people. It didn't matter how big he was. You're not catching this man.
Right.
It doesn't matter how big I am. Catch me.
Right.
Ooh. I'm gonna see you on the basketball court. Man, I don't know how much you weigh. I don't know the specs. They're similar. You know, Allen Iverson might have been bigger. I'm talking about like baby Fro Iverson before the Brady.
Right. No, yeah, right.
Fro.
That's the one I'm envisioning with the baggy ass jersey, like you said. But we digress. Who's y'all's pick for the rookie at the moment? I don't really know that I have one. I was just looking it up to see how close they were to it. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I don't really have one at the moment, to be honest.
It's LaMelo. I mean, I don't see he's shown the advantage, and Jalen Green might have the same advantage next year, but he's showing that advantage of playing around older professional men. Right. Who's not going to pass you the ball when you ask. Right. You know what I'm saying? Who wants you to pass me the ball right here. And if you don't, I'm gonna pull you off the sideline and be like, hey, you fucking up young blood and shit. And he knows how to travel. He knows how to deal with pressure a little bit better. Because college pressure is one thing, but NBA pressure is another thing. Right. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the pandemic.
And he was over in Lithuania playing too, so he got a little bit of.
And I mean, even beyond that, his oldest brother was already in the league, right? He was already exposed to what the league looks like.
But it's different. Talent. It's different from being there to watch an event and then having them lights on you. You know what I mean? Like you don't know.
I agree.
So the fact that he had, I mean, to your credit though, you know what I mean? Like clearly it was something else because I've always thought he was better than Lonzo, but not by this margin. This margin is kind of impressive. You know what I mean? For him starting out.
Right.
Lonzo didn't do none of this starting out.
And put it this way, you know, he was from the outside looking in, you know, LaMelo that was before he got into the league with his brother Lonzo. But you don't think Lonzo wasn't giving him pointers like, hey, bro.
For sure he was.
When you know what I'm saying? So I what I believe.
Hey, Leandro was giving them the same points. Hey, man.
That's how you steal
go
the
and pay for it, dog.
Right.
And if not, you better tuck them like this. Don't tuck them like that.
Right.
That's how they
man.
got
You gotta sprint when you leave out. And if you caught, drop and run.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And I mean, to answer your question, I mean, listen, hands down, LaMelo's my pick, like Aaron said. And I'll tell you what my reason is for that. Not only is it the stats that you brought up, but LaMelo is the youngest player in NBA history to ever average a triple-double in a game. I don't remember if you've seen that stat a couple weeks back when they announced that. He was the youngest player ever to
average though. Oh, you said have. I was about to say average.
To have a triple,
okay.
to have a triple-double in the game.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And he's, you know, and he's when he scores, I mean, he's scoring relentlessly in some games. You know what I mean?
But what is he like? He's like 6'7", 6'8"?
I believe he's 6'6". I thought he was 6'6". I'll double check.
He's about 6'5", 6'6".
Right.
He's a penny. He's a penny size guard.
But
Penny was 6'7".
Yeah, LaMelo's got it, hands down. I mean, Anthony Edwards is definitely very impressive, and I like what he's doing right now. And I will throw this in since we're on the rookie topic. Anthony Edwards had actually against the Lakers the other night.
Oh,
He scored a season high. They lost, of course, but he scored a season high and a career high of 28 points against my Lakers.
Oh, yeah. It was the 28.
Oh, yeah, he went off.
He went off in that game.
He went off. He had 2 blocks, seven rebounds.
AD is still out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still out. He wasn't playing in that game, Aaron. It was LeBron who carried the load, of course.
Yeah,
but, I mean,
he was 50% from 3.
Hey, man, I keep telling y'all, LeBron, the Lakers without AD looks a lot like 3 years ago.
Even with AD there, I said it last episode. Even with AD there, their defense they don't have the number 1 defense in the league. They just
we don't. We're ranked number. I believe I saw a stat earlier. So we're ranked number 26, 22 or 26, something within that range.
Because ESPN is bullshitting, and then that's all I can keep thinking is there is no way that this is the number 1 defense in the league.
We're not. I can't tell you.
When all y'all try, y'all hustle. You know what I mean? Y'all do hustle, but to say that y'all the number 1, it's far-fetched.
Yeah, I mean, I can't tell you who's playing lockdown defense right now. To be honest, I mean, there's no team that stands out to me that I would say they're playing some lockdown defense. I mean, everybody's kind of been it's been an offensive game so far this year. Matter of fact, I read something earlier.
I'll give it to the Thunder.
What you about to say? What you read
earlier?
I was gonna say I read on NBA.com. I'll cite my sources here, so no plagiarism or nothing like that. There was a section that said, "Is there less value in rim protection?" And what it was elaborating or alluding to, I should say, was that it's been an offensive game. Right. It's been shooting. There's not been a whole lot of driving to the rim, protecting the rim, because it's been a shooting game and it's been a high scoring, offensive battle for a lot of teams this season. It's not really been a whole lot of defense.
I'm actually glad you said that. And not to jump over what you said, the Thunder.
Mm-hmm.
They got a decent. I'll say they got a decent defense.
Yeah.
But they young still too, though. Exactly. You know what I mean? That's a good sign, though. The fact that they are young and they so good at defense.
They got Steven Adams too, which makes them like kind of more like a complete defensive team. Which is like, but their offense is like,
I mean, they still developing, but they are impressive. They are impressive. But hold that thought. Keep it though. What I was saying to what you were talking about in the rim protection, that's exactly what the Lakers run into tonight playing a team like
the Nets.
Exactly.
The Nets.
You need more perimeter D against the Nets than you need rim protection. Now, they'll get in, but let's be honest, that 3 is where y'all need to focus.
Right. And Kyrie's playing tonight. He's going to go ahead and play tonight. He had back
I saw that.
I guess.
I saw that.
But he's going to go ahead and play tonight. Of course, LeBron, he's got to go ahead and, little brother got to try to prove himself still. What's up, King?
We got him.
What's up, King?
Yeah, I can.
What it do, slice slimes?
Listen, for everybody who does not know, who does not recognize, we got Keem in the building. We talking basketball right now, Keem. Nothing in particular other than what we was talking about tonight's game and the rim protection.
Yep, yes, sir.
Yeah, sure. A question. Oh, my bad. Go ahead and say what
you continue.
Yeah, go ahead, Aaron.
With the rim protection thing.
Yeah.
Do y'all seen how it's a 3-point league now, and what you should stop that back in the day was hand checking.
Right.
Should they bring back hand checking?
I agree.
Like
I think so.
I think so too.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody need to push little Steph Curry off that 3, man. I'm tired.
But see, look, hold on. I don't know if y'all can see. I don't know. I don't want to mess nothing up. Can y'all
oh no, hey,
Yeah.
So I literally okay.
Y'all see?
So I
literally
feel like because of the fact that the size of the average player has grown, that's a good enough reason for hand checking to be legal. Like these dudes.
That's
a
great point.
Why wouldn't you hand check somebody that's 7'1" and you're a point guard?
That's a great
hand check his big ass.
That's
like, bro,
a great
that's not
point.
Gonna bother him.
You can't stop LeBron James without putting some hands on his man.
Right. That is a great point.
So I don't think it should be a foul every single time.
If you gonna bring
it shouldn't be a foul every time.
Right. If you gonna bring back hand checking, why can't you put an elbow on him in the paint?
I mean, they do. I would. Shit. I would be fucking that nigga mid-section up.
But they call that. They calling that.
Hey, that's my whole time being on the court. When I come on the court, you know what's gonna happen, Bron. If you finna get elbow, nigga, I got a whole 6 fouls for that ass.
No, I'm not saying just throw the bow, but you know what I mean.
I'm gonna be artistic with it.
Hand checking is when you're manned up man to man, and you can kind of keep the hand on the chest and kind of arm the chest to slow down the progression to the basket.
But see, they call it when you getting back down and you keep a bow on their back now. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't.
Yeah, they let you do that, but that's like I said.
No, they don't let you do that.
They call that.
That's hand checking still. You can't.
But they still let it happen. Like as far as a bigger dude backing down, they allowed the bar. I noticed, but it's just not as. They still call it, but it's not as much as a hand check. They call it a hand check way more.
Definitely that
face up hand check.
Definitely that.
Right.
But
yeah, I'm not getting embarrassed by these boys. Dame Lillard and all the boys. I ain't getting embarrassed by them.
Right. I mean, listen. I was just gonna say to end on that is I think that the bad boy Pistons ruined all that with the hand checking and extra movement, I should say, on defense. Because remember the Jordan rule they had to make because they was over there trying to kill that man.
That's not actually true. That's not actually true.
It went beyond that. Yeah, they didn't.
The Houston Rockets when they went to the finals, they had to take Kenny out because he wasn't about that life and he was getting pushed around that floor. And they had to take Kenny up out of there, and they got Sam in there. He knew how to deal with it. But people who aren't aggressive point guards or anything like that, when they get hand checked, they get moved around. Right. So you want to be right here, but I'm going to put my hand on your hip and guide you to your left because I know you can't go left. So I'm going to guide you over there. I'm not going to let you go. I'm going to push you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That
started happening like late 90s. I think they changed that again.
Yeah, that was a little later.
They was just beating Jordan's ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? Isaiah had to swing on niggas and shit.
King, I want your opinion. We went over before you got on. We went over the whole Rookie of the Year situation with Anthony Edwards and LaMelo Ball.
Yeah,
comparing stats and all that. And at the moment, LaMelo Ball edges him out in every category: shot percentage, points, rebounds, assists, all that. So my thing was like it's a big hype on Anthony right now. What makes you what do you think comes with that? What brings that on?
Like what brings on the hype?
Right, like everybody's like from the beginning of the season, I've been hearing everybody peg him for the front runner, and I haven't heard them words die down yet. And like people give LaMelo his
so in comparison to LaMelo, right?
Right.
Okay, so I think it's just like you said, it's a hype difference. I think LaMelo's path to the NBA was so unorthodox. It didn't allow a lot of people to really see his game in this country. He showed a lot of his best work where in Lithuania and in Australia. That's where a lot of his best game grew and where his best game was displayed. So I feel like people are now being put on notice with LaMelo. So it's more of a proving ground for him. Whereas Edwards kind of, since he was in this country balling as hard as he could, I just think it made more of a belief for him.
He is a dog, and he is
a dog.
Twisted.
Yeah,
but I think LaMelo. If I had to pick, I would take LaMelo because I think LaMelo's like, and it's not to be disrespectful or to call nothing too early, but LaMelo's potential.
It's a little too early to me, but I agree.
Right, but LaMelo's potential seems a little more endless. Like LaMelo just seems like he's 6'8", bro.
That brings
he's 19 and he's 6'8".
That's what I thought. I thought he was 6'8".
I mean,
Google is he 6'7"?
He could be 6'8". He could be 6'8" with shoes. It could be 6'8" with shoes.
Listen though. What I will
he's
say,
6'8".
my question is, where the fuck is LeVar Ball at? Like, does he have Huh? But what does he have? Just so much of a love for the Lakers, he's not fucking with New Orleans.
No, he hates the modern Lakers. He's disrespected that franchise up and down. He said, you didn't see recently. He said they're not playing LaMelo right. He just said that. He's still being LeVar.
Right.
I don't see him. Are they blackballing him? Like not allowing him at the games?
Maybe all three of the brothers was like, man, let me holler at you real quick. All three of the brothers got together like, look, man, you got to sit down somewhere.
Right. That has to be it.
Honestly, I don't think it's that. I think he does what he wants because this even all agreed that like that's our dad. That's how he is. Like, I don't think it's that. I think it's like more along the lines. He can, but I think it's more along the lines of LaMelo. So much more of an impact. LaMelo's what we thought Lonzo would be.
Right.
So if Lonzo had been what LaMelo is now, LeVar wouldn't have talked then either. That's what I'm saying. LaMelo has the impact. LeVar doesn't have to talk.
Right. Okay.
Because LaMelo's just he's doing it. It's all on the court.
Right.
LaMelo's numbers is better than Lonzo's right now.
Right now, and it's year one. It's year one.
Yeah, I agree. I mean,
I think that's why he's not talk no more. He had to talk for Alonzo. Well, he don't got to talk for LaMelo.
Other than that, let's move on from that because that was just that one game. Other than that, we'll start moving forward from the 12th. But that Knicks-Rockets game. Knicks got the Rockets. Good, that's what I was about to say. Listen,
they're getting better.
They were 6th in the East before they went into their last game. They just lost to Orlando.
Julius Randle, like out of the three.
Randle.
He is, listen, that nigga there is playing like a man possessed by the gods. You hear what I'm saying? Julius Randle.
I agree. He's always been nice. He's always been nice.
But I I feel like them letting him go was the best thing that could have happened to him. Giving him the keys to the car, like, do what you do.
I just want to say something.
He's a player that deserves that. He never had it.
Right.
I know Aaron be hating on my squad. I just want Aaron to tell everybody where Randall came out of in college.
It's only one team. It's only one team this nigga loved that much.
Right. No, I thought you meant I thought you were asking what college he came out of.
Right.
Yeah, what college Randall came out of. You remember, Aaron? We talked about it last week when I said my favorite basketball college.
He said all the best players come out of there. Yeah.
I said all the best players.
Kentucky?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Y'all having it down here, man. Ohio State.
Listen,
them boys doing all right.
But
side note,
they're
nice. On a side note, they're nice.
They pegging. They is. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
What's funny about Julius Randle is that I think about that year he was drafted, and it was a big controversy about 1, 2, and 3. It was Jabari Parker, him, and Bill McLemore. Those are the three, right? And I was wondering who was going to be the one that was going to like end up having a good career. Jabari Parker, I don't even know.
Jabari, man.
I think he's a free agent.
Ben McLemore is with the Rockets, and he's a role player with the Rockets.
I don't mean to stop the momentum, but we gonna take some time to shout out. Trump said he been there since damn near day one. We appreciate the support, my brethren.
Appreciate you,
like, subscribe, share if you feel it. But we glad to see you back. That's
Let me hold
a fact,
some.
Jack. That's a fact, Jack. We appreciate it. But as we were, I don't remember where we at.
Jabari Parker fell off.
Yeah, Jabari's fall was kind of sad because it was injury prone. Like, great player, Mac. Yeah,
he did.
Magnificent player.
Yeah. He was. Yeah. He was coming
his body
out.
Just
he didn't live up to it. Right.
Well, his body just couldn't. I think he lived up to it. His body just couldn't. Literally his body.
The Bulls gave him a chance.
He had the aggression. He was developing a shot. He was developing a shot. He could bring it down for you at his size. He had it. His body just didn't hold up. He had it.
You right about that. You definitely right about that. But
Julius Randle stood the test of time. What I'm saying, Julius Randle.
For real, no, I agree.
Where did we get here?
Doing it, but he's not even that.
You're talking about the Knicks.
We're talking about the Knicks.
And the progression. Julius Randle was pegged to scrub a couple of years ago.
Emmanuel quickly.
Thank you. That's another one. I ain't gonna say where he came from, but that's another.
Yeah, you're right.
We can go on that.
You're right.
We can do a whole podcast. We can do a whole podcast on that if you want to.
Hey, man, that's cool, man.
You are right though, Mike. I gotta give you peace on that because listen, them boys showing out.
You know who else they're talking about too? That's been showing out.
Who?
Tyrese Maxey for the 76ers. Dog.
Yeah. I haven't seen too much. I haven't seen too much of him.
Dog, you better look him up.
I haven't seen too much
Maxey.
of him.
I don't think I heard him. I've been watching
Hold
Shake
up, handle it
Milton.
for me for 1 minute.
I kind of like Shake Milton on the But I ain't really, what position
King, put him on. Point guard.
Tyrese
Maxey.
On TV.
Point guard.
I'm so pissed.
Tyrese Maxey is a dog. He plays for the Sixers. Yeah, he had a good game the other night. I believe the Sixers, they played. Who they played? Was it last night? I'm trying to think who the Sixers had last night.
Do we start?
No, he's off who the Sixers had last night. He balled out last night. They lost. I believe.
Hold up. Where is that? I got it right here. Sixers just played the Rockets.
Right. And listen, Maxey balled out. Did they win? They ended up winning?
118,
okay.
113.
I can remember. That's right. Okay.
Yeah, they won.
That's right. I watched the highlights earlier. Yeah, Maxey balled out. He's the truth. He's gonna be the truth. But back to what y'all was saying. Another thing I had noticed too, they talked about how the Raptors and the Bucks have the league's biggest drop in winning percentage and are just 4 losses matching their total losses from last season. The Bucks being 19 total losses and the Raptors being 17. What do y'all think about the decline of the Milwaukee Bucks and the Toronto Raptors right now?
I feel like the Raptors have more of an excuse than the Bucks do in that regard. Now, both of it doesn't make a lot of sense, but one
of them does.
Which one?
the Raptors is you can figure them out. They don't have any. You can talk about Van Fleet and Powell and Siakam and shit, and they're all good players. Kyle Lowry,
right?
Shit.
That one makes more sense to me, right? That makes more sense that the Raptors would fall off, but the Bucks.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, the Bucks don't. I mean,
man,
I'm gonna let you say what you're gonna say because I have my whole thing about the Bucks, man.
Well, listen, I've been saying what I've said about the Bucks, and respect to my G, but we've already given him a hit the showers. We already gave him a hit the showers one week. You feel me? And that's the issue right there. You can't put everything behind that man. And the problem is that the Bucks front office haven't done a good job of setting up the pieces around him that he would need to succeed. Now, if a Giannis, because Giannis isn't no slouch on passing. If a Giannis had a Joe Harris that would sit in the corner the whole time and guaranteed bust, you feel what I'm saying? Or that's all he needs is people that line up that perimeter, because he's gonna drop. He's gonna collapse the defense every play down the court.
Yeah, but his shot's a liability. This shot's so much reliability.
Defense too.
For somebody who goes to the free throw line so much, and you want to fuck around and have 2 in 10 games and airball 2 times. I mean, being that big and shooting free throws and knowing that you're gonna be at the line that much. I mean, I know there's Shaq out there, and that Shaq was like that and stand third, but Shaq would stay on that block, and I dare him to stop.
Right. He brings something to the table.
Right.
He brings something to the table. Shaq brought something to the table. I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. And I feel that Giannis is right now the most overrated player in the league. I think he is the most overrated player. I'm not saying he don't have potential. I'm not saying he doesn't have potential because he is 7 foot.
That doesn't bother me.
He's the
most who the most underrated player is? And this is a hot take.
Go ahead.
Hot fucking take right here.
Go ahead. Let's see what you got.
Ingles. That man, he is so fucking underrated. That nigga does everything. He does everything.
I don't even like his game that much.
But he does everything.
I like his attitude.
He shoots, he passes, he drives, he plays D.
Nice.
He does everything.
He's nice.
He's gonna give you his blood, sweat, and tears. That he does. He's so underrated to me in my eyes. And he looks like he's 50-6. I feel like they made Uncle Drew around him. Like Kyrie stole Uncle Drew from. He saw Eagles play and was like, "I should dress up like Eagles and make a movie."
You're a white dude from Australia and invent some shit, man.
He might become the Tom Brady of the NBA. Just look unathletic. You wouldn't even suspect nothing, but come out to be.
But listen,
that's Jokic. Jokic is the Tom Brady.
Oh, right, Jokic.
You wouldn't expect all that.
Right, you are absolutely correct.
I would see that dude walking in the street talking about.
It's a few like that now. Honestly, I think Luka's like that. Luka looked real average until Luka starts shaking you down.
Did you hear what I said? I said Joe Ingles, my G. Joe Ingles is out there balling, and that's a non-athletic 56-year-old.
And he don't look like it.
Joe Ingles is just like he's like all of them with this attitude. He got that little edge to him. He ain't afraid to talk shit.
He's a player that's fundamentally sound.
Right.
His fundamentals are down. Like Ginobili. Ginobili was like that. Ginobili didn't look like Ginobili looked like an Italian Subway sandwich shop owner. That nigga will ball.
He does.
And that nigga
looks like every ball. Right. Facts, King.
You guys go to the court?
Ginobili was hot. Ginobili was hot. Y'all stupid.
Them boys, hey.
Let's go to
they don't give a fuck about looks.
You know what?
Fashion and shit.
What you say, cuz?
No, I was just saying they don't really in their country fashion, their whole fashion shit is like just having hair is what's up. Like we don't cut that shit, we just let it grow. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That and tossing up pizza dough.
Man. So and remember Cliff, I had mentioned to y'all earlier about the high scoring league right now in the NBA rather than more of a defensive game spin. So another thing that I had discovered, again, cite my sources per NBA.com earlier, is that so far this season, there's been 3 games where both teams have scored at least 130 points per 100 possessions. And all 3 of those games have came in the last 7 days. The second of those was the Nets and Suns on Tuesday. it said that also that these games already tie the high for the most in any season in the 25 years for which we have play-by-play data. So this offensive game this year, I mean, it's strong from a lot of teams.
Cite your source. Where's that from?
NBA. I told you, NBA.com.
Oh, okay.
Back in the 70s, though, back in like the 70s and the 80s, especially in the ABA, that's the numbers they was putting up. They was putting up 150, 100 on people. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the ABA. And like the early NBA, like the 70s and 80s, like the ABA with Dr. J and George Gervin and shit was old. George Gervin was averaging like 40 points a game. He was killing people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that was back when, they probably had a little more leeway on the rules a little bit, but they had no 3-point line.
Right.
So if you ask George Gervin is one of the most cocky niggas. Like, he'll tell everybody, look, I ain't saying nothing, but they ain't had no 3-point line. I was scoring about 35 points a game. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what to tell everybody. But I feel him.
Yeah, and that was a rougher game too.
It was.
Yeah.
Let me ask y'all this: how do y'all feel about Dame time, as they call him?
Man, listen, he do what he want. He got a key to the city.
Dame's
Hold on,
one of the best players.
Kim, you said he's one of the best.
He's one of the best young players. Like from ages like 23 to 28 or however. Yeah, Dame's still under 30. Players from like 23 to 28.
He got a key to the city.
He's by far like he's in the conversation with like. I don't quite put him with Steph. Steph's a little older. No. Steph's a little older. So I'm doing generational. Like he's a little younger than. So his group, out of his group, he might be the best player in his group, like age group. That nigga Dame is
You think?
serious.
Hold on. Let me ask you, Aaron. Let me get Aaron. Aaron, what you think? Okay, what you think, Aaron?
I'm watching the game. I just watched Giannis get sunned out there, boy.
They playing the Pacers.
They playing the Raptors right now. This nigga Van Fleet just took the ball from this man.
Okay.
Van Fleet let me the rock.
So let me ask you this, Keem, because you said of our generation, which I definitely agree that Dame is hot. But do you feel that Dame is better? Would you pick Dame over Kyrie?
That's what I was about to say. They in the same
generation, the same age. I believe.
I mean, I would pick Dame over Kyrie.
My bad. It froze on.
You good?
Oh, okay. I said, would you pick Dame over Kyrie, or who would you pick between those two? Since
I would pick Dame over Kyrie. Dame is a better leader.
I think so. He got a better killer instinct, and he got more longevity.
And he's younger.
He don't get
and
hurt
he's less
like
injury
that.
prone
Right?
than
That's
Kyrie
what I'm saying.
And he's focused on the game.
Hold on, Keem. Dame's not younger.
On the game.
Kyrie's young. Oh no, I'm lying. Kyrie's my age.
Yeah,
Kyrie's my age. Yeah, Kyrie's my age. I be forgetting how young he is.
No, hold on. So the thing I will say, only problem I have with Dame is I think Dame is hot, and this is just a fact. I'm gonna use shout out Papa Jordan Jennings. I'll see you this Saturday.
Not no Jennings.
Sorry, Papa Jordan. Right. So I feel like like your dad said, Cliff. I feel like Dame will get you a ticket to the dance, Keem and Aaron, but he won't get you in the dance.
I think the only reason why he doesn't win the dance or get in the dance though is his team. He's never changed teams. He's never really got a better arsenal.
Now that was about to be my next question. Do y'all think that Dame
deserves a way better
He
team.
needs to be out of Portland, and regardless of how good they can build Portland up around him, Portland can't do anything for him. They can't get no people, no views behind him.
Everything would change.
There's no reason.
He's loyal though.
No, to a fault at this point.
Right, to a fault.
There's no reason that you can have a player as good as Dame. Listen, you can't have a player that good that people don't know about. Like, people just don't see him.
Let me ask you this though, Cliff. What happened when Kyrie tried that same method? He went to Boston.
Dame's a different player.
No, he already had that in Cleveland.
But hold on though.
That's different though.
He's a different player, but let's not forget Kyrie's a world champion though. He has a ring.
Yeah. He's a champion. He is a champion.
That's different.
He's only a champion.
But that's kind of the same thing
because
we're saying
LeBron,
about Dame. Kyrie, exactly. Kyrie had the help. Kyrie had LeBron. If Kyrie didn't have LeBron, he wouldn't be a champion. That's just not saying do a lot in the finals. It's just true, though, that without that extra 32, 35, and 10,
right.
you would have lost. Give Dame LeBron.
But
they would have won more.
What's
they would have won way more
I recall Cliff telling me years ago that you felt, and correct me if I'm wrong, that you felt that Kyrie actually helped win that finals when it was him and LeBron.
But I just clarified that. I said I said not regarding anything done in the finals. Okay. At the end of the day, without LeBron James through the regular season to the finals, Kyrie wouldn't have won enough games to go to the playoffs.
Malcolm, do you remember Cleveland before LeBron got there with Kyrie?
That's what I'm saying.
They were terrible.
That's what Dame has right now.
But that's what I'm saying. They was on their way, though. They was on their way.
But hold on,
who were they going to get?
Before LeBron got there?
So if they got everybody they got without minus LeBron, you think they'd
be on their way? They would have been able to at least build up to. You feel what I'm saying? Like, basically what happened was, we were building up to, like, we spent all that time being the fuck up of the league to build up to,
right?
For LeBron to come in and trade everything away.
He did.
Get the ring and then bounce out. And
was that before or after Anthony Bennett? Was that before or after Anthony Bennett?
That was after.
Before or after?
Now listen. I'm not. Now I will say this.
Andrew Wiggins team. Andrew Wiggins too, Aaron.
No,
they gave that nigga away.
I would have kept him.
No,
they gave Wiggins away. They kept Bennett tried.
I would have kept Wiggins.
I would have kept Wiggins. But what I will say is Cleveland's office when it comes to drafting
Dan Gilbert.
When it comes to drafting new people is exactly the same as the Raiders. Like they just don't know how to pick draft picks like that. Like, don't get me wrong, the Colin Sexton pick was the best pick that they've had in a while.
They got Kyrie.
Since him.
Okoro. What's his name? Okoro?
Isaac Okoro. I mean, that's a decent pick. I'm not mad at that pick.
I don't know.
I'm not mad at it, but if I'm being honest, and it was me in the position, and I know this is gonna be a stretch, and people gonna be like, "Well, why would you say that?" I would have went with Obi Toppin to replace Kevin Love, because they got the same style, but Obi Toppin's more physical than Kevin Love. He has more height. Get rid of Kevin Love because his contract's coming to an end. And then you got a rookie on a rookie contract that's still going to be on that contract by the time Kevin Love's contract ends, so you can still pick up more people that next year. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what I would have did, but I'm not mad at the Okoro pickup.
Well, listen, Cavs suck. We talked about that through text earlier. They're, just as a reminder, they're 14 out of 15 in the East.
Yeah, we've been dropping off.
But what I was going to say to you and King, and I'm not sure what Aaron's point was on, I don't recall, but do y'all not think that the Trailblazers don't have the best backcourt with Klay being out right now in the NBA between Dame and CJ McCollum?
No.
That's a hot backcourt. No. Who's the best backcourt then?
With Klay out,
Paul Booker. Paul Booker?
Booking CP3 is cold.
Paul Booker. Did you see that last game? They went off.
Listen.
What happened to
what you said? Chris Paul, Devin Booker. That last game.
You said Paul.
I said Paul Booker. I mean, not like
Paul?
Hey man, I know what you meant. Chris Paul, and Devin Booker.
Okay. I was like,
right. I know what you meant.
Who is Paul Booker?
I think that they're nice, but we're not going to go ahead and say they're the best backcourt.
Well, no, I didn't say they were. I just said
was talking about Cliff.
I'm saying they're up there.
The Nets have a better backcourt than the Trailblazers right now.
You can't say.
Harden.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, you're right.
Yes, they do.
Yes, you're right.
Athletically speaking,
but
chemistry-wise, yeah, the Blazers. They've been together forever. But if you put Durant and Kyrie on them two, nigga, they're not stopping that.
Durant's not a part of the backcourt.
It'd be Kyrie.
Right. Thank you.
He's not a part of it, but he runs it. That's the option. They run options. Like, that's why the best backcourt. They literally have two options. You can run Kyrie, Harden, or Durant in your backcourt.
You are right. You are crazy. You are correct. You are correct about that. But
here's my 2 points. Number one,
but listen. No, I'm kind of with you.
Malcolm,
wait. I'm kind of with Malcolm on this, just because we all know that they're only on their 8th game playing together, out of a 30 game season.
That's scary. That's sad.
But when
we say terrible.
But when we just talk best, as in when I think best, names. I think of who can consistently keep giving me buckets. And
I would without injury, without
mishap, without fluke. They're going to give you 30+ points out of a backcourt every game. I'm just being analytical about it. They're the best backcourt.
So you GM, right? You GM shouted. You know what I'm talking about? Right. You out here making moves, and you got a chance to get James Harden and Kyrie in a package deal, or Dame and CJ McCollum. Now, you got to think about your fan base here. Who are you picking?
Wait. Where are we at? I'm the GM of where?
It doesn't matter.
But when you said think about my fan base, if I'm thinking about my fan base, it would depend on where.
If you were a GM of a team, which package would you take? Kyrie and Harden are the more marketable. They're the more marketable pair. But
I see what you're saying.
When we talk best, like Malcolm's point was best.
Well, I'm talking about all three.
Well, wait.
So not only do you have two more skilled players. Right. Kind of.
Right.
You know, you can switch Dame in and out of there, but CJ McCollum is not better than James Harden. I don't know how to tell you.
Exactly.
He's not.
He's not. So what I'm trying to tell you is, from all these business standpoints, you got the talent, you got the marketability, you have all these three things. Why would you pick CJ McCollum and Damian Lillard? Two together.
You're right. I get what you're saying.
I would give CJ away. Just give me Dame.
I get what you're saying.
Honestly,
I get what you're saying, right? But this is the point that I'm making with them playing in Portland. They're playing in Oregon. Nobody knows Dame or CJ. Right. If you put them in a Miami or a New York, they're blowing up instantly.
Marketable anywhere.
Now they may not be right now. It's about long-term investment or short-term. Right. And a Harden Kyrie to me is a short-term because we both know. I'm sorry. I know we said take injury out of it. I gotta put it in there because it's the most important thing about them.
Right.
So I would probably go Dame
and CJ.
As much as I love Kyrie and all that, I'm going Dame and CJ.
Because
both of y'all niggas is fire.
Oh, hold on. To Cliff's point, Aaron Keem is let's be honest. When we heard about Harden going to the Nets with Durant and Kyrie, it sounded good, and because it does, and it looks good on paper. But when we look at the actuality of it, they're not even playing together because of injuries. I'm not saying it's going to be forever, but we don't even know how long they may actually even get to play together, which is a lack of chemistry.
Like I
can put it in a better context. So think about like the Magic, right? When they got Grant Hill, right? And they got Tracy McGrady, and they thought it was going to work. They got two pieces that thought it was going to work.
Right.
And it didn't work. It's something that you just have to do. Grant Hill in his prime with Tracy McGrady, and I get them both on the same team, I'll figure something out. Just bring them over here. Let me hire them both. Let me get them in the office.
But that didn't work out.
I know. What are we talking about? No, I know it didn't work out. But that's something. What I'm trying to say is that's something that you have to do. Giving an opportunity at something like that at two superstars, and one was an MVP.
Okay.
And what? Because Dame won CJ's never
kind of how I said last week when we were talking about football, and I said if Brady goes, throw him up in the air, everybody goes for him. It doesn't matter what position you're in, you want him if you can get him.
And y'all have to remember
that makes sense.
You have to remember though, even with all that talent, they're under a new coach in Steve Nash, not a veteran coach, not a coach is going to know immediately what to do with them, and they're injured.
This is how Steve Nash coach can do this. This is how Steve Nash coach.
Right. Aaron, do y'all recall? Listen, everybody, listen. You're Aaron. You 100% right. Do y'all recall the comments that Kyrie and KD made before Harden came when the season started?
I'm sorry. I know that didn't work for the audio, but that was the funniest shit ever. You know what I'm saying?
Listen. But that's what he does, though. But that's what y'all gotta admit. That's what he does, though. Like Aaron said, Steve Nash is just like, I'm gonna sit back. I've got these guys, and KD and Kyrie said, well, he's more of like our friend. We're gonna really do the coaching. He disrespected that man before the season started.
I mean, why not though? Look how he got the job. Like it's like what?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
right.
He was like, I'm surprised I got the job.
He showed the practice with 2 minutes and shit. He just kicked the ball in the middle of the court, but like, y'all play basketball for 2 hours and come back.
Right.
And you know what it reminds me of too, y'all, with this whole injury thing on the Nets. Y'all remember I was so mad when the Chris Paul. I won't elaborate on it too much, but when the Chris Paul trade got denied and we ended up getting Steve Nash on the Lakers years ago. Steve Nash is hurt most of the time. Was hurt, and he barely and rarely played for us on the Lakers when he came to us. So it reminds me of what's going on now. Like, not saying these guys are going to be hurt forever.
But that may be the best place for you to be is in Brooklyn. Hopefully you can prevent a few injuries, motherfucker, because these niggas don't know how to stay healthy.
Right.
Do some lunges. Like
on pace. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, bro.
Not one of these niggas stretches ever. None of you niggas stretch.
Right. They just come out shooting, rip off the fucking jumps and rip off the jump short or the warm-ups.
That's how they came up playing, though. That's how we play when we was young.
You right. But you don't stay young forever.
Yeah, I know. That they might come across that at some point.
Undefeated. Isn't that what they say?
I think Kevin Durant has realized that. You've seen his game has changed.
Yeah, it has.
He's a little less aggressive. He shoots better. And he's always shot great, but now his shot is like, I don't know. It just looks different to me. I guess because of his way he dunks now. But
they said that when he had his Achilles messed up, he was just sitting in a chair at the 3, throwing him up from the chair.
Shooting.
So if you can get it from just your arm strength and you get back with a little jump, it's nothing. That's a trash can. That's paper bag in a trash can.
The jumps is separation from the block at that point. I'm just trying to
But he's already 7 foot. If he didn't want to, he could just do the one-handed up over. He didn't have to leave his.
Kevin Durant's definitely the most consistent player on that team, even though
he makes it look so.
James Harden's been the only healthy one. James Harden's been the only healthy one.
Let's move on for these broke down ass niggas though, because they broke down. That's the long and the short. Everybody talking about Brooklyn winning the championship. Now that KD out the way, let's see if them broke down niggas can make it right. It'll be a wheelchair league, right? Like you said, it'll be a wheelchair league for everybody make it to the fucking postseason. But I gotta give peas to my nigga. 3 words for you. What are they?
Oh man, 3 words.
Magic City Chicken.
Lou Will
been going off.
Lap dance Lou.
Listen,
lap dance Lou.
Are you serious? What you say?
Magic City Chicken.
He was on the last episode.
Lemon pepper wet, boy.
Oh yeah, he was loose. He was loose last episode.
Hey man, right. I'm gonna buy y'all 10-piece and freeze it. You know what I'm talking about? I'm down here. I'm just gonna have it ready for you. We just go.
Right.
Hey.
Listen, you already know. You already know what it is.
Blue Flame is my spot though. That's beside the subject.
Yeah, that's definitely beside the subject.
I fuck with the Flame.
Oh snap.
That's definitely beside the subject. But what I'm saying is, I feel like Lou Williams and LeBron James share something in common.
What's that?
Age.
Right.
Other than that's a good that's a good point
analysis.
But I feel like you can make a LeBron James argument for MVP every single year.
Man, I'm glad you brought
that up. If he doesn't win, and that was a segue that you stole from me, but but you can make the argument. You can make the argument for MVP every single year. Lou Williams, every single year. You can make the argument for 6th man of the year every fucking single year. And my question now is, why are you not giving this man more of a role or another team?
Sometimes
he's already had plenty of teams.
Hey man, look at
I know
Busta
what
Rhymes.
you're about to say.
Look at Busta Rhymes in Split Star. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you some verses every now and again. That's cool. And just back me up. And this nigga, he's happy in his role.
You right.
So
right.
They might have been like, hey Lou, you want to start? He's like, nah, I'm cool. I'm cool with my 25 minutes. You know what I'm saying? You seen what Lou Will did during the offseason. I'm finna go to the strip club real quick.
Right. He's not starter material.
He went to Magic City specifically for wings.
He may not be team leading material, but he's definitely starting material.
Every team he's been on knows that he's better as a role player, and that's why he's always kept that role. In my opinion, they know.
I think they might
not be wrong. You might not be wrong.
I think at some point they probably asked him like, "Hey, we gotta, how about a starting role?" And he was probably like,
"Nah, I'm good.
6 man is my shit."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I do. Cool. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas is like that. You all know some niggas is cool, just they wrong. Right. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that they don't want better for themselves, but
no, I mean, listen, it's the reason that a chessboard has all them pieces. You need your rooks, kings, bishops, and knights. You hear what I'm saying? And your pawns.
You gotta be strategic pawn sometimes, man. You gotta find a way to maneuver.
But I just feel like at some point it's a coach's job to push your player to beyond. You feel what I'm saying? And there's no reason why I can say you should be the 6th man of the year every year if you can't really be more than that. Now I get it. You got 2 girlfriends and all that, and you're living your life and going to the strip club. But, big butt, my G. You're here to make money, right?
Big butt.
Yeah, no pun intended.
Right.
Oh, you was lost. Yeah, you was
right.
lost.
Well, y'all said strip club Lou Will. He said big butt.
No,
like,
big butt, my G. You're here to play ball, right? This how you make your bread, right?
Right.
Imagine how many fucking chicken wings you could buy if you started.
But let me
at this stage, he done figured that out. At this stage,
right.
he's coasting along.
You right.
At this stage, he didn't go to college. He came straight out. He came straight out of high school. He from the A. Well, he from Lawrenceville.
Oh, for real? I didn't know that.
The Migos are from Lawrenceville, so if that makes y'all feel better about it, great. So what I'm saying is that like.
Oh, I didn't know he was from Georgia. Is what I'm saying.
Oh no, he's from the A.
Like, why he went back? He went back to family and strip clubs.
He came straight from.
That make me like him a little more. That make me like him a little more.
But when he came to the league, he probably had at this point in time, he's probably about this far away from retirement. He probably thinking like, man, I don't know. Next year, do I got another 6 man a year in me? I don't know.
Listen, stop it, man. Listen, and if he do end it that early, them 2 females he got on his arm gonna be like, babe, the money running low, babe. We need some more.
Right.
Like,
he's been in the league 17 years. 16,
right? It ain't started for how many games? Look it up, Mal.
That doesn't mean nothing.
Look it up. How many games Lou Williams started? That doesn't mean
he ain't getting a check. That doesn't mean he ain't getting a check.
And put started in capital letters. I ain't saying it. Listen, I'm not saying that he didn't get paid good money. I'm not saying that by no means. But let's be honest. If you got 2 females on your arm, chances are you probably living beyond your expenses. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest. Right. So if that's the case, you can't be 6 man, my G. Let's get a good coach that's gonna push my G to beyond.
Lou Will has started 109 of his 922 regular season games.
You know what I'm saying? And at this point, I'm thinking that proves Aaron's point that he asked to be like, nah, this is just my role. And that's cool, right? But you're here to make money, G, and we need more of you.
So back to your point, Cliff, I will say about the MVP. Yes, I do think LeBron definitely has the lead clearly for MVP right now. I don't see anybody else taking that at the moment. He said he's averaging 25.5 points per game, 7.9 rebounds per game with 7.9 assists per game. At age, 30? Is he 36 now? They
36.
Said? I mean, that's pretty impressive.
That is impressive.
Like you said.
You now, got somebody in the chat for you, Malk. Spencer Elsperman.
Oh, that's my boy from high school. What up, Spence?
Yeah,
he's in Kansas City now. Went to high school with Spence.
Well,
what's up, Spence?
What's going on, Spence? Like, subscribe, share, and all that jazz.
Yeah, Spence. Go ahead and subscribe, Rob. I'll be down that way this summer. Come in Kansas City and kick it with you. Have some Kansas City barbecue or something. But one thing I wanted to ask y'all about earlier too. Have y'all heard of Tyrese Halliburton off the Kings?
Yeah, I've heard of him.
Have y'all watched any of his highlights or his game yet this year so far?
No, not him specifically.
I haven't watched the Kings game. I'm gonna be funky with you. I ain't watched.
Yeah, I don't catch a lot of them.
I know De'Aaron Fox is still a great player.
Right.
But
he's the only one I would care to see on the Kings. I don't really watch a lot of Kings.
But
they're a good young team though. They're a really
They are
really athletic team.
Buddy Hield
Hill's good too.
Yeah, I know Buddy.
But
he won a 3-point 2 years ago. Or was that last year?
It was, don't get me lying. I could look it up.
No, I think it was 2 years ago. He won it 2 years ago.
But anyways, Tyrese Halliburton off the Kings. I read online on NBA.com that he's ranked number 3 right now in the runnings for the Rookie of the Year. It's LaMelo, Anthony, then Tyrese. He's averaging 12.
Where did he come out of?
Ooh, let me see. Tyrese.
That would help me out a bit.
He came out of. This is high school. Hold on, Iowa State Cyclones came from Iowa State.
It's not helping me.
He's 6'5", 185, 20 years old.
At the what?
But he's
Iowa State. Iowa State was a good basketball team last year. I do remember that.
Or the three.
They were a good team last year.
He's a point guard and a shooting guard.
Okay.
And he's been averaging 12.4 points per game, 3.6 rebounds per game, and 5.2 assists per game. Steady contributor.
Shit, seems
he's not going to win though. It's kind of like
no, he's not going to win. He's not going to win. I just that's just a name compared to some of the other ones you didn't expect to hear.
Do me one more favor. Do me one more favor and look up how many games Anthony Edwards has started this year versus LaMelo. Because LaMelo just starting. He started a couple games in the past due to injury when Terry went out. I think
he started like a handful of games.
Right.
10.
I don't think he started too many. I don't even think he might have been 10. Yeah, I think he might be like 6, 7.
So it doesn't say how many starts Edwards has, probably because he's a rookie. It just said when he first got his premier start.
He got a decent. Edwards got a decent amount of starts. I know that.
He's on a terrible team. Well, they're both on not.
He is on a terrible team. Yeah,
but the Wolves are exceptionally terrible.
But see, that's the thing. The Hornets just adjusted because, of course, we know Scary Terry played the 1. And then when they found out LaMelo had the chops to really get the ball distributed, they put Terry at the 2 and Melo at the 1.
They took that other boy out. The other boy was blowing it up in there, boy.
Malik Monk?
His name. No, it was somebody else.
Man.
They had him for a minute. They had him starting for a minute, and they benched him. Started bringing him off the bench. He has been lighting up recently, though.
Not Malik Monk. That's a dude who wear headband all the time.
That's another Kentucky boy.
No, don't talk about him. No, listen, we forgot about him when he got to the NBA. He's been
well, I think it's situational though, because Malik Monk's never really gotten the opportunity to shine.
He did in Charlotte.
He's still in Charlotte.
Okay, that's right. Okay, yeah.
But what I'm saying is,
he started.
What I'm saying is, Miles Bridges is the truth.
Yeah,
Miles Bridges is the truth. I peg him to be eventually developing into that Julius Randle type role. Maybe not what he is right now, like what Julius is doing quicker. Right now.
Right.
Hopefully a lot quicker.
But I can see that happening for them.
And I wanted to ask y'all this. Have y'all seen the 2021 All-Star Game format for this year's All-Star Game? Have y'all seen how they're going to do it? How it's going to be ran this year?
They're doing a draft. Well, they're doing a draft.
For everybody out there, we'll stop. Continue. Yeah, continue.
It's in Atlanta. So it's March 7th on a Sunday in Atlanta.
We know that.
Where Aaron's at.
Yep.
And they're going to do everything in one game this year. So 3-point contest, slam dunk contest, and the game. It's all going to be in one day.
I'm going to tell y'all. Rick.
All on Sunday?
Yeah, they're going to do all at once.
Saturday.
COVID. Yeah, right.
Stupid. This is so stupid. Like when they said they was doing it, everybody was like,
that has to be out of fear. that has to be out of fear that you don't think that the people is really going to show up.
Right.
There's no other reason.
Nigga, the club is open right now. Like,
right. Wait. They talked about that too, though. They talked about that too. That they think that the Mayor Bottoms is concerned about the backlash that may come from if they do an all-star weekend in Atlanta during COVID. Because let's be honest, that is a big deal. Like that could only go down in a white state down south. Because if you do it in Atlanta, they're gonna be like, them right there.
Yeah, right. Y'all gonna see. It's not, I'm hoping for the best, but it's gonna be seen through the eyes of the media, and it's gonna look like a bad idea. That's how I'm gonna put it. Because why would you get the best players in the league all in one place, and all they have to do is run across one tracer or whatever they call it, and all of them is fucked. You have the best players in the league.
Right.
For the next however long it takes to quarantine.
Listen, we already talked about the temptations.
They should just play the pickup game like in Hawaii on a court with nobody there, like the Pro Bowl.
I agree.
Just a pickup game. You buy a beach. They out there cooling and shit. They got their families out there and shit. That's cool. Right. I'll take that as an all-star game. It's a nice vacation.
Listen, cuz
don't bring me to Atlanta around these niggas.
Cuz we already talked about the temptations of Ice Trae Young. You hear me? So let's put everybody down there. We don't know if everybody has the same resolve. You feel what I'm saying?
That's true.
Because whatever Trae Young is doing, he's doing it well. Did you see that Migos shot he did?
Yeah.
No.
To the song.
You ain't seen that Migos shot he did? Yeah, listen, that's a cool motherfucker. He was sitting on the bench on the sideline and they played that Migos splash and he shot the ball and from the bench and switched it right when the splash.
They said a certain part. Did I ever tell you, Cliff, about? Did I ever tell you about the story?
Right.
You gotta look it up. Look up Migos or Trae Young Migos shot.
I'll look it up.
Yeah. Did I ever tell you about the story when Trae Young called in to one of our former workplaces? I won't put it on the air, but a place you and I both worked at recently. And look, he called in. He said, "Aaron, you don't know the story. Kim ain't heard it." So Trae Young called in at I'll just say a financial company when he first got in the league, and they said,
"I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about."
Yeah, that boy was real humble. He said, "I make about a $2 million or so a year, or whatever." He said, "I'm in the NBA." I was just weak, man. He's a humble dude, it seems like, but he's a baller. I mean, he's definitely doing his thing there in Atlanta.
That's usually what happens, man. You got they say Atlanta's undefeated for that reason. Like, I didn't change a whole lot. I'm probably still the same person. Maybe, I don't know, but it's definitely had its effect upon me.
Yeah, you've changed. You ain't changed a lot.
Yeah, but
he has changed, but not a lot.
I left when I was 20, right? I left Ohio when I was 20. I ain't lived there since. I've been back, but I ain't lived there since. So I've seen people come down here and be like, "Damn, nigga, you ain't the same nigga from like 2 years ago, nigga." I'm talking about niggas who never talk about going to the strip club or going to the club, going this like year-long rager of just every weekend. My cousin did it. Right. This nigga fell asleep at the wheel because he was up for 2 straight days hitting the club all the time. He fell asleep at the wheel, hit the side thing, or whatever.
That deep.
I've been down there for a while. There's a lot to see, but I don't have millions either though, so I couldn't imagine what it's like with millions. So I do think that Atlanta wouldn't be the best place for a COVID All-Star game.
Oh, do that shit like I did Orlando. Do that shit like I did Orlando. A retreat or something. Go to like Jamaica or some shit and rent out a resort.
But ladies and gentlemen, delinquents and gentlemen will be here to cover it and post about it. And,
right.
So
and the rules.
Y'all coming down today? Y'all gonna come down today?
Listen.
Y'all gonna push.
That's quick.
Y'all gonna push down 71 South.
That's quick.
Hit 75 South.
Listen, you already know how I get down. I gotta have my shit approved before I just leave up out of here. Listen. If I was on that good UE, I'd be like, fuck it. Them checks still hitting that motherfucking account.
Hey, Aaron,
what Kevin Hart say? Atlanta.
What Kevin Hart say? He said the way my checking account set up, I got a checking account and a.
That might be too quick, but we can.
Well, we're gonna be there soon, though.
Yeah, we can plan something a little later. I wish you'd have said something earlier, and I would have been able to.
I can reasonably accommodate y'all. I'm just gonna leave it.
Yeah, Cliff told me. Yeah, okay, all right. Look, I'll be there. You send the invite. I'm there.
Y'all got a place to stay, Pimp Juice.
Yeah, listen, I'm with it. Listen, I need me a little good time. But what I was gonna say was too with the All-Star game is different with the rules. They said that it's going to be each of the first 3 quarters will begin with the score of 0-0. So the first 3 quarters, 0-0. They'll each last 12 minutes. The winner of each 12-minute quarter, first, second, and third, will be the team that scores the most points within that quarter.
So it's like boxing.
They did this last year?
Like boxing.
They did this like last year?
Did they do this last year?
I didn't.
It was like the year before last?
The
year before last?
It's like boxing, so you can win rounds then. So
I think it was like the year before last.
You know what? It was last year. You're right, Aaron. It was used last year. According to NBA.com, it says they did use this last year. They call it the final target score is how they're measuring the winner of the game. It says the final target score will be determined by taking the leading team's total cumulative score through 3 quarters and adding 24 points. So whoever got the highest score through 3 quarters, they're going to add 24 to their ending total and say, first team to get to this number in the 4th quarter without no time, first team to get to that number, they win.
Listen, I'm already out. You hear what I'm saying? Like, just you describing it, my mind was like, nope, too much. Like,
right.
Of course I'll watch it, but it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Listen,
the one thing now the one thing I will say to y'all, I do kind of like, and it's an honorary thing for the 24 points. They're doing that for Kobe. So the three quarters thing to me is silly, but the reason why they're saying whoever's got the highest through 3, add 24 to it, and they win that total number, whatever that is.
Yeah, that's what they did last year. That's exactly what they did last year.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, I didn't.
Yeah, that's why they did it.
Okay, so they're doing it again. Maybe it's a new rule for Kobe every year. Maybe it's a new rule for Kobe.
I must not have been paying attention. Shit.
Nah, because Kobe died January last year, and then the All-Star game was in February before COVID hit, and then COVID hit and shut everything the fuck down.
That's right.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, what they're going to do is they're saying that it's going to be a 3-point contest starting at 6:30 that day, and then the All-Star game kicks off at 8. And again, it's all in one day on Sunday.
We no award ceremony. They can be shoot the ball and get the fuck off the court.
You're right. Ain't no tie, ain't no nothing.
Nah, you win here.
Shit, if they starting at 6:30, it's definitely gonna be a award ceremony in between all that shit.
Man,
they're gonna have a skills show. They doing a skills.
It's COVID. It didn't say. It just said. It's yes. So it's gonna be
right.
Okay, hold on. NBA All-Star coverage. NBA All-Star coverage will begin at 5:00 p.m. and it's going to be followed by the Taco Bell Skills Challenge and Mountain Dew 3-point contest at 6:30.
No dunk contest.
I guess. We didn't say no. Didn't say a dunk contest.
And then when did the game start?
Oh, sorry. Hold on, y'all. My bad.
Yeah, ready it back, G.
It says.
Let me read it one more again.
Right, and one more again. The third time's the charm. It says with AT&T Slam Dunk taking place at halftime. So halftime of the All-Star game, we're going to do the Slam Dunk.
Okay, I don't mind that.
Consolidation of time.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I don't mind that.
That's a good idea. Yeah,
that means that nobody in the All-Star games in the dunk contest. So we can just rule that out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody who's participating in the All-Star game is going to be in a dunk contest. But who's in the dunk contest? Does it say who's in the dunk contest?
It doesn't say it yet. I believe they're going to start announcing. Hey, you know what? Tonight, y'all, they're supposed to pick I believe the teams of the team captains tonight. I read on NBA.com tonight.
Oh, yeah, I did see that before this. Because it's supposed to happen during this game or after this game.
Yeah, I think so. Right. Yeah. Now, a couple key dates to look out for in the NBA. February 23rd, 10-day contracts may now be signed. February 27th, standard NBA contracts guaranteed for the remainder of the season. Okay. March 5th through 10th, we know it's NBA All-Star break. And then it said the NBA trade deadline will be March 25th.
Okay.
So we'll see what's going to shake.
When is the end of the season? When does the playoffs start?
I'm glad you brought that up. That's going to be my next one.
That is a great question.
The playoffs will start May 22nd and end approximately July 22nd. I know.
Damn.
Crazy.
That's actually what's up.
I like it. Summertime. Listen, summertime. I like it right now. COVID obviously is its own thing, but it's got sports all day, every day throughout the year. Like there ain't no break.
When I had my other job, I used to love baseball season because them boys would come around and tip like a motherfucker. But
them breaks.
I don't have that same job. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck about baseball. I used to root for the Braves because I knew I was gonna get that money.
Right.
You're gonna bring their whole family to the hotel. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get everybody. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And just to put this out there, there's nothing crazy, but MLB players have so much of a better lifestyle than any other player besides how many games they play.
Yeah.
Right.
They let them boys get away with so much shit.
I bet.
That's not like, it's not crazy, but like they let them.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, it's a rough season. Let them boys have their family with them. Let them kick it. They be having strobe lights in the room, Spanish music, and shit, all type of shit going on. All right, the next game they hit 2 home runs and some shit. I'm like, damn, he's crazy. That whole summertime of just baseball and whatever else sports gets played during the summer, because I don't know. You got to have like a TV show or something.
Well, we gonna listen. We gonna cover that too, but
right.
I only plan on listening. Let's be honest, especially for any fans that are listening out there. As far as baseball goes, I don't see there ever being an entire show dedicated to baseball unless it's like a coverage of like the World Series type situation,
some big announcement or something.
Right,
somebody that's
but
a big.
It's a complicated sport too, man. It's too much shit going on.
I mean, not so much, but
it's 168 games.
Well, y'all's boy
that's
Tim
Tebow, but the rules aren't that complicated.
Y'all's boy Tim Tebow officially retired today from baseball. I don't know if y'all seen that on ESPN. Tim Tebow officially said he hung it up because he couldn't make it to the majors. He was only stuck in the minors in baseball, so he went ahead and retired.
Nigga, how old is Tebow? Tebow was our age, ain't he? Tebow gotta be my age.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has to be.
He won a championship, 2006?
It was a long time ago.
2005 and 2006.
Yeah, because they beat Ohio State in basketball too. Yeah, they beat Ohio State in both.
Tim Tebow is 33.
They might not have back-to-back. Did they back-to-back?
They back-to-back. And they won the basketball championship the same year with Joakim Noah, Al Horford.
Oh, yeah, that's a minute ago.
Corey Brewer, all them.
Yeah, that was a squad. That was a squad.
That was a squad.
But what I was going to say is, I mean, too bad Aaron's all the way across the country. Not that it matters, but two things that may interest you.
Man, I'm 400 miles away. Talking about across the country. Right.
Well, I mean,
you can get here tonight.
Right. Atlanta. Listen, I had to fly to Atlanta. I definitely didn't drive when I went to Atlanta one time. I had to fly because
it was like an hour. It was like what, an hour?
Yeah, the flight was an hour. It was cool. I took a nap and was there. I was like, I like that, you know.
Nigga, by the time you get your peanuts, you about to land. By the time you get your Coke and your peanuts, somebody you got to put your seat tray up and shit and lean up and shit.
Yeah, I want to fly. I don't want to. That's what I'm saying, Aaron. I'm down to fly. I don't want to drive. When I come see, I gotta get on that plane. I ain't trying to drive.
Hey, Trump, we'd definitely do that if we go down there. You can definitely guarantee
he's in Atlanta.
So right there. Nah, he just talking about do a whole live show with Aaron down in the A when
Oh yeah, well that's for sure coming. That's what I was saying. You know, couple things I wanted to mention too. Key dates.
Live from the streets of Atlanta. We go outside.
Right. Listen, we're gonna be mobile with it. Mobile with it.
NBA is over.
Mobile with it. But February 18th through the 20th. That's NBA All-Star Weekend in 2022. It's going to be in Cleveland, Ohio.
It was supposed to be in Cleveland this year. Y'all know that?
It was
supposed to be in Cleveland this year.
I didn't know that. It
was supposed to be in Cleveland this year. They moved it.
Well, things die down, Cuddy. We got to go. Things die down.
Either way.
We got to go.
And then also, if shit don't die down by then, y'all got to just take me out. I don't see what I'm supposed to do.
I mean, it ain't got nothing to do with taking me out. We gonna roll them dice and see.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, if it's really that bad out there,
hope we busting 11s out the gate.
Man. But they gonna be in Indy too. So 2024, they're gonna be in Indy All-Star Weekend too. So between one of the two, if not both, I'm trying to go to one.
Tomorrow ain't promised. 2024 is a minute.
Right, but listen, I'll be here before you know it. You remember when it was 2013 and I met you at the station?
You right.
The East Coast subs.
But we gonna wrap it up here.
Let's do it.
So, if anybody has favorite games of the week, I know we didn't go through them all. As well as who's hitting the showers, we always need that. Yeah, that's it. I don't got nothing else for the basketball side because we gonna be back.
I gotta hit the showers. I'm gonna get that one to the Heat. You know what I'm saying? They don't figure it out them white boys. I don't know what to tell y'all.
The Heat against who? Who they play?
That little Mighty Ducks secret weapon shit where you bring some white boys in the third quarter that can shoot. They working them on.
What's his name? I know you talk about Aaron
Speaking
Robinson and Hero. Duncan Robinson. That's his name. Duncan Robinson.
Speaking of, I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut anything off. And that was hilarious. But you was talking shit about Kelly Olynyk, and I'm not saying that I don't disagree. But I do have a defense for Kelly. Now, granted, Kelly's been in the league for what? A good 8, 7?
Let's see. I'll look it up.
It's more than 5. I can guarantee you that.
I think it's about 7.
Kelly Olynyk. Oh, wait, that's Kelly Oubre. What? They gave me the wrong person.
But
go ahead, though.
Because he's a better player. Go ahead.
He's also one of them boys that started high school as a point guard and had a growth spurt his senior year, right? Now, granted, starting where he probably started high school at St. Mary's somewhere, but he may still be learning how to play a big. You know what I mean?
Well, 2 things. He's from Canada.
What's that mean?
And we know the basketball is probably not.
They play
hockey. They don't play. They're not playing top professional basketball.
But you
over
should
there.
still be a little rougher.
I'm gonna stop you right there. There are some great basketball players from Canada. You know,
I'll say Tristan Thompson, Aaron.
I'm not gonna say it. I'll say Van Fleet.
Is he from Canada? Is he actually from Canada though?
You know what I'm saying?
That's a good question. Is he actually from Canada though?
Right, he plays for Canada.
Wait a minute. All right. I think Fred VanVleet's definitely from Canada.
Let me look it up.
What's this nigga's name? Andrew Wiggins from Canada.
Aaron. Huh? Fred VanVleet's from Rockford, Illinois. Illinois.
That's a part of Canada. The lake drip in right there.
Canada's dick right there. It comes down through Chicago. Back up.
You know what I'm talking about? I know Andrew Wiggins is from Canada.
Definitely.
He is.
Carson E. Towns is from Canada, I believe.
That is correct.
There's a guard nigga that's from up there. I can't remember his name. I'm not gonna say they're the greatest place, but you know what? When I say Canada, I'm not sure which part. And I'm sitting here realizing how big Canada is.
Canada's from New Jersey, Aaron.
Carson E. Towns.
He's from Edison, if I'm saying that wrong, incorrectly. Edison, New Jersey.
I thought he was from Canada.
He's from Jamaica. He's from Jamaica for real. Let's bring it all the way back.
Look. Let Aaron tell everybody from Canada. Oh, they from Canada.
Oh shit!
There's some more people from Canada. I'm finna go down my line. I'm finna look up Canada.
favorite game, nigga.
Yeah, favorite game. Favorite game.
All I have is hit the shower. I ain't really been watching too many games.
Favorite game. Okay. I haven't caught one lately. I probably will tonight. But I'd say I like what Curry did last night against the Heatles. I like what he did. I like how Curry's playing. Draymond was out, and it's definitely just him for real. I like what Curry's doing. Now hit the showers. Ooh.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough for me. I don't really have one prepared. I'm gonna have to come up with it off the fly, to be honest.
Yeah, right.
Jamal Murray. My bad. Jamal Murray.
Jamal Murray.
Okay. Yep. You are right about that.
Kelly Olynyk is from Canada.
I thought
Gilgeous-Alexander's from Canada.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Hey, Aaron, this one's for you. Hit the showers, I would say, in Donkey of the Day. Josh Jackson. Shout out Josh Jackson on the Detroit Pistons. Yeah, because your Bulls beat him last night. And I don't know if, Aaron, if you've seen it, he tried to get buck with Zach LaVine. And Zach LaVine is a light-skinned cat like me, but he's a high light-skinned cat. And he wouldn't have it. Did you see that? Did you see what happened?
No.
I know. It's just...
Zach LaVine said
nothing really happened in the NBA nowadays is like confrontational worthy. I don't even bring that shit up because all the niggas is just saying word, fuck you. Fuck off.
He tried to put Zach LaVine.
Fuck out my way.
Like
for real, like nigga, like if you felt that way, do something because I'm
right.
Shit out you.
So Cliff, since you ain't see it, long story short, Zach LaVine stole the ball on a play fair and square from
Josh Jackson. He punked him a little bit.
And Josh Jackson wasn't having it, so he tried to like damn near grab him up, like, come here, like, nah, hit the ball in his hand. And so Zach LaVine had said something to him, but after the game, he said, I only fear two people. I only fear God and my dad. I'm not fearing nobody else. No other man.
That was more white boy fight shit, man.
Why he
choked him out to what he choked out?
Well, listen, if he's anything like most black fathers, he probably wasn't having it growing up and let him know. So he probably just.
But that's a double negative. You can't fear God and your pops.
Hey.
I mean, listen. I guess you can, but if you fear God, then you fear nothing else, right? Well, I thought that was the Christian. What?
That's just his too. That's just his too. But anyways, Josh Jackson got hit the showers. That was mine.
Okay. What about you, Keem? Did you have a favorite game you seen?
I was really feeling the Warriors. The game that just happened. Warriors just
last night in Heat.
Miami. They came down to OT, and Steph is just being Steph.
Listen, they had a chance to do that.
Being Steph. Tell them niggas hit the showers because when that yellow boy come out there, he's not
got out. He did a double. Yellow boy club. He did a double. He did a favorite game and hit
all the
showers.
Baby face niggas of the world.
He got did again, boy.
All of the baby face niggas of the world. He's doing it for me.
Hey, this for the light skins, King. I got still to shine from you on that one. This for the light skins.
Okay. You have a beard, bitch.
You don't matter.
Steph got a beard.
Steph grew a beard. Steph cuts his beard. What do you mean?
Goatee mustache. He ain't really. He rocking sometimes.
I can't see it on the camera.
Steph Curry.
Check me.
Steph Curry don't want to drink. He don't want to drink smoke. He don't want to do nothing.
The baby.
He's an assassin. Babyface assassin.
But look, that's his
Steph Curry want to piss you off because he's so nice.
You're right.
Steph Curry be the dude that bring you to church. Be like, you want to play basketball after church? Like, yeah, I want to play.
And he'll do it so happy.
He doing your
right. So happy. Like, come on, man. It's okay. Try again. Flick.
Yeah.
No, you got it.
So disrespectful. Hey, you said you could play, right?
That was a great game, bro. Like, I was getting tired. Like,
oh no. He said he was talented.
No, Malk, I don't want to forget about you. Did I get you? Did you?
Yeah, I already gave mine. Remember I said Josh Jackson. Right. Oh yeah, last time you skipped me. Everybody, Cliff skipped the co-host last time. Yeah, I got everything out.
All right.
Man, he was salty about it too, boy.
Like, yeah, I said, damn, let me
you
out.
Don't forget about Cuz?
Listen, hey, I was on that.
Cliff had me hit the showers. Cliff had Malk hit the showers. I said, damn, your own co-host got hit the showers. God damn.
Listen.
Damn.
You about to hit the showers talking directly in the mic like that.
Right.
God damn. But if I'm giving my 2 cents, that's all they worth. My favorite game was the Bulls Thunder on February 15th. That was a good game if y'all ain't catch that.
I didn't get to, man.
Y'all should probably run back the highlights then. My nigga SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is a fucking dog. Canadian, Kentuckian, whatever you want to call him, he do his goddamn thing.
Hey, you talking shit about Canada, nigga. I don't forget y'all's coach's name. Calipari? Is it?
Calipari.
Yeah, that nigga live in Canada or some shit. That nigga be up there, boy.
I ain't mad at him.
I'm cool with it. You see what he produced. Almost everybody we named on this show when it comes to NBA come from what college? That's all I want to say.
I ain't mad at him. But Lauri Markkanen is back with the Bulls. He's no longer injured. He been busting like
he's like a Walmart brand Porzingis, nigga. You know what I'm saying? He's almost
great value.
You know what I'm saying? You're already getting something cheap, but you got the cheaper version.
Oh shit!
He's great value.
Oh shit!
I'm a Bulls fan, and I know Lauri Markkanen. He's a 7-foot 3-point assassin, but
that nigga called him a bag of cereal fruit O's. The fruit O's.
Yes, you're all brand.
Listen, I don't know though, cause I don't think they play the same. If I'm being honest.
No, the reason why they got really what's the dude's name? Bobby Portis?
Mm-hmm.
No, that was Meritus. He broke Meritus' jaw. He blew. That's why they got rid of him. But Markkanen was injured. He's been injured a lot. That's his big problem. He'd be injured a lot.
Right.
But
I don't think that him and Porzingis have the same game for real.
Okay, so what would you compare marketing game to?
So I'm gonna say this real quick.
Yep,
America, I love y'all. Everybody stay black. I got 2 toddlers to pick up, so I'm out. Love everybody. And fuck the Cavs. You already know.
Yeah, fuck you, nigga. Till next time. But rough. Continue what you saying.
I don't remember.
Okay.
I'm being honest with you.
You got anything to say, King?
I could be more honest. I was thinking about it too. They're gonna ask me what I was talking about.
I mean, I think it's just this. You know, I think the NBA is getting better. Like, to give it an overall, I think the NBA is starting to become entertaining again, especially with all the trades.
Definitely with no bubble. Now that the bubble,
especially with no bubble. It's still funny with no fans, barely any fans, but it's still cool.
And then the sound, though, I wonder what the do they play that sound with the players on the court?
It depends. It could be somewhere
like the rooting or the booing.
No, yeah. I mean, it's over the most of them got jumbo speakers. They can just play that.
But what they could also do is like they could have like a in stadium audio and the audio for broadcasting, and then in between they like let players talk in between. So in the stadium they might be playing like whatever, right? But for people they might be playing like crowd noise and ambience and defense, all type of bullshit like that.
I know a little something.
I like the bubble in the fact that not the bubble per se, but like the fans not being so close to the bench. Well, not close to the bench, but close to the floor.
Yeah,
because niggas be real close and niggas try to save a ball, and you gotta think about.
By the time
this whole white
niggas slip on drink.
Listen, by the time this motherfucking COVID be over, it's gonna look like a hockey game when you go to the NBA and shit. I'm telling you,
niggas will be close up like this.
Listen, that's the world we living in nowadays, but. To everybody out there, next show will be Saturday. We probably gonna do that around 7:30, 7:45. Don't quote me on that, but it won't be no later than 7:40. I'm a put a hard 7:40 on it.
A hard 7:40.
Yeah, we gonna give him a hard 7:40. Let's give him a 7:47 because we fly like a jet. But. For all the fans, y'all stay tuned. We love y'all. Appreciate the support. And go Cleveland.
Hey, y'all boys about to watch this Lakers and Nets game.
That's my last thing to say.
Y'all about to watch this Lakers and Nets game, though?
No fuck.